In ancient times, the sacred mountain was sealed by the dwarf deities with 5 powerful.
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has 2 things about it. One, it's filled with golds and diamonds. And there is some kind of weird magic.
What was the last part?
Instead, you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?
Hello, welcome in everyone. Today it's Wednesday, we're back with the Lucky Miner. Our usual stream here at Wednesdays, so we get back at you with some news, with some updates, and we get to play a little bit with you as well. So, welcome in everyone. We've got here Wicked, we've got here Nazman, Crypto Marco. How are you doing? I hope you're feeling fantastic. I hope you're feeling fine. And today, we'll be visiting a couple of games that we had during the Bullet Challenge 3. Let's do a couple of throwback. We're working on the Misty Mountain, which Fred and Ferd has been streaming lately regarding it. The new updates, we're bringing back the OG vibes, and I'm super excited about it. Honestly, I'm really excited about it, because everything we loved about the Misty Mountain, that's what we're bringing back, and I hope we can visit it someday soon. So before we get into that, let's visit here. I want to try to break some of my own personal records. I've got here some games already, and from this one I want to try the Eye of the Storm. We also have some plans regarding everything that was just said. Hey, Cookie Boy King, how's it going? Welcome. We also got some scheduled things here for these games, these mini games, on how to make them more engaging, having a progression on the game. But first we want to get into our main title, which is the Misty Mountain, and of course later down the stream I want to show you some more beans, some more news regarding what we're building for our own web browser mobile game that is being developed, and it's going on a good pace, I'll say it like that. So stay with me. Let me bring now the Sandbox game here. Also, let me copy the link if you want to join. That would be pretty damn awesome. So details, here we go. That's the experience. Feel free to hop on. Here's the game. Regarding the rewards as well, we have not received the rewards by the Sandbox yet, so I've been changing emails with them, sending a lot of documents, but so far no news regarding that, which is a little bit unfortunate, but once that is done, those will be distributed for you. Okay, so I'm in already. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, so getting this started. Oh man, let me see what I can wear, or what would be useful to wear. Also, the asteroid mining, single player without any lag. Hey, I need the chat. Where's the chat? Here it is, and it's on the wrong page. This should be here, and this should be here. Yeah. Hang on. Okay. Okay. I got everything in here. I guess I do. Okay. I'm still not very used to this setup yet. Where do I change this window? You come to this side. Okay, perfect. And you stay on this side. Now that is perfect. Okay. Okay, here we go. So I was trying to see what I would be wearing. What is this? The frame? Maybe this helps. Oh my god, I got a lot of stuff. But as I was saying, on asteroid mining, I think it would make such a difference with these new NFTs that provide flying. That's the absolute type of gameplay that we were looking for. So yeah, but that's gonna take a little bit of time. We definitely want to start with the Misty Mountain, and then as we go, we will update these games. For example, on this one, what we wanted to do, it starts out with a mini tornado, and you need at least a couple of resources, like a couple of masters to advance. If you do, then it spawns back a bigger tornado, and then a bigger one, and then a bigger one, and so on, goes like that into a progression system. I think it makes the game... What I felt like about this game is that it was too short. It was actually fun, but it ended way too fast. So, because of that, we're going to add some progression to it, and I think it kind of makes sense. So yeah, now that alpha season is over, what are you all up to? What have you been playing? Now you're more on Nifty Island. You're exploring some other metaverses, some other games, some other chains. What you up to? Either you're developing or playing, or I don't know. Just let me know what's up. The space is a huge place. There's so much stuff happening, right? It became really big space. I know the Yokizoni usually stays around Nifty Island. Yeah, this was just way too fast. Just way too fast. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, here we go. It did not count. So we still have the rankings here. I'm not sure if I can pull it off. To break the record on this one, but I'll try. So yeah, rewards, we're still waiting. Misty Mountain is being redone. It's being done as it was originally. What else? We've been working on our own game, which will have still a lot to build, but it's taking some shape. By the way, which chain do you think it would be the best to have the game? Mainnet? Polygon? So I don't think Solana would be a good chain for it. I think it's just different. Probably I want to stick with Ethereum, maybe an L2 of Ethereum or mainnet. What would be your, like for example, a new chain? There's what? There's Sui, I think. I got to get stuck in here somehow. I should be collecting more stuff. I guess I glitched out the game. Oh, okay, here we go. What? There's that one, Ronin chain. I think there's a lot of players in that chain as well. Abstract, new one. What do you think would be a good chain and why as well? I cannot see anything. Ethereum asks, so you play a game on Ronin Pixels. I've heard of that game. Yeah, Ronin has a big player base. That could be good. That could be a good thing. Mainnet has the advantage of having a lot of liquidity, and what we're trying to do with the project, it might be a good idea. Especially gas fees have been rather low, like for some time. You also play Pixels? Wicked, nice. So yeah, Ronin has a lot of users, which potentially is a good thing. But you'll understand better what I'm trying to say we can share more stuff about the game. The ecosystem, actually, the tokenomics on the game itself and where the ecosystem is heading at. Which kind of has been always the same thing. I've always thought on going in that direction. I'm a huge fan of DeFi, so I would love the game to have some aspect of DeFi. Unfortunately, we could not make that in the Sandbox, which is really, really sad to see. We would be in such a different place right now. Much more advanced, so many more things built, but it is what it is, and we have to adapt, we have to pivot. Ronin its own chain or is a Ethereum L2, by the way? I'm not completely sure about that. I think it's own chain, right? Then there's others like Sui, Aptos, Avalanche. Also Avalanche, I've heard good things about it. It's in Ethereum L2. People always say like Avalanche is going to be the gaming chain. I don't know. There's also Immutable. But I found it, I tried to go around on Illuvium one time. And I just found the thing about bridging. Well, it's not that it was hard. Actually bridging, once you get to understand the basics of blockchain, it's kind of just different interface. You kind of understand what everything does, but I didn't find the IMX Immutable chain as appealing, and also it's very low on liquidity. Like there's barely anything happening there, so I'm not sure how that would play out. Off the grids is on AVAX. Okay. So yeah, AVAX, I know it's been promising. It's been cooking some stuff. I want to go again. I'm not satisfied with my score. I want to try to go at least into top 10. So I need 6,000. Let's do one more. Hey Shakespeare, how is it going? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. How are you feeling today? There are many players from South America and Southeast Asia who play games like on Ronin, like Pixels and Axie Infinity. Many potential new players for Pickaxe Master. That is true. What I would love is for everything to be chain agnostic, you know? You just develop on mainnet, for example, and you just have access to all the L2s. That would be just pretty much perfect. And I know protocol migration are getting like easier with the zero knowledge rollups, but I for someone that would be experienced on it might be easy, but I'm just still grasping a lot of stuff. I'm terrible at shooters. Off the grid is not my cup of tea for sure. So yeah, that would be pretty cool if chains would be agnostic, just generally agnostic. You just build on one chain and everything just works on pretty much everything. You have access to everything. And maybe in the future it will look like that. And I think that would be the end goal of the blockchain, when it just becomes kind of one. You're free to build on one chain or another, depending on your needs and why you want to do it. But being able to integrate everything with all the chains, have access to all the players, all the ecosystems, all the liquidity, just being one, I think that would be the best scenario. It's very complicated, even those into shooters, really. I think for me, shooter is like just same. It's always the same. You just shoot him up. See, I'm kind of curious if anyone understands how do you migrate protocols, how you have stuff that is multi-chain. That is something I'm fairly intrigued. How you have a game that works on both chains. Like, you could be depositing stuff on Ethereum and then you cash out the token on Solana, or then you go to Cardano, or you go somewhere else. Like, how do you have something that is fairly intriguing to me? You got cyber limbs on off the grid that give you ability or weapons, a lot of vertical elements, as you can fly a bit with the jetpack too. I like that. I like that cyber implants, let's call it like that. I used to play an RPG game that was like a futuristic, and you could have a slot. Usually on RPG you have the equipment slots, which is equipment, weapons, HUD, all of that stuff. And there was an extra slot that was for implants that would give you a lot of boosts to your stats. And the game was pretty much, what was fun about it, it was a mathematical type of game, because the combat system was pretty much math calculations, like how much power you have, how much attack rating versus how much defense, how much evasion are you going to hit, what's your how much attacks per second you do, are you range, are you close combat. And then it would come down to who would be able to trickle down the stats the best. Man, I had a lot of fun in those. The director of the District 9, Chapilism. Okay. That's a lot of people. I think Off the Grid is making some good moves. I'm bullish on that. And I'm rooting just for all crypto games just to succeed. And I'm very intrigued when they do, how their tokenomics look like. Because I know Off the Grid has some node type of thing. So from my understanding, the nodes are the validators, sort of, the people that produce the items. It's like the game itself does not produce the items. It's the node validators that actually produce the items. And depending on the type of node you're running, it can produce like a legendary weapon. It can produce the rarity, basically. But I'm not 100% sure why you would need validators for that, or what's the thing about that. So it's still rather complex and / confusing to me. A little bit, I gotta be honest. But it's intriguing, and I want to learn more about it. The node handles the RNG of the items produced from the hexes. Hexes are essentially loot boxes. Okay. So that is one way of like decentralizing the loot, the RNG, so you know it's not rigged, or is a security matter, like because you don't want it to be hacked, so you decentralize the RNG through multiple node validators. I'm kind of curious, what's the thing about it? Like, okay. That is interesting. But that also feels like very complicated. So do you have like to run your computer? So you're spinning your CPU, your processing power to run that node? Is it like mining, literally? But you're mining for items, sort of, because on the blockchain you're validating the transactions. Here you're validating the RNG. And to do that, you're running it yourself like a CPU. I don't know. It's pretty elaborate. They have a criteria for who gets to run the node. But I know it's not the only one. I've seen other games do that, or at least I've seen node sales. There was it last year or was it I think it was 2 years ago, maybe. During the bear market of 2023, I remember seeing a lot of node sales. That was like the thing. People selling nodes, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna get it back in like 2 years or 3 years. So it was something like very, very long term type of investment or type of getting into the ecosystem. And I was very not understanding, and I still do not understand it completely. Not 100% at least. The node validators, but yeah, kind of feels something like that. So the RNG does not run on the server. There's not a centralized server that runs things. It kind of relies on everyone that's running a node. That's kind of interesting as well. So is it like also a database? Like, would you be running a database? For the access, yeah. But everything else, like, it has to be stored somewhere in the server, right? At least. So you create a profile. It says, yeah, all of these stuff and all that data has to be stored somewhere, right? And usually that's within the server. Like, for example, we're playing here on the Sandbox, and I have these NFTs, and I have my nickname, Pickaxe Master, and that is something that is stored on the server. For example, these high scores, they're also stored in the server. Kind of like TSP, like the Sandbox in that sense. That part I didn't get it, because we are not validators in the Sandbox. We don't run shit here. So I don't completely understand your point on it. You could be validators to Catalyst. That would have been like interesting, maybe. Hey, this has been a not bad run so far. But I'm not gonna make it with iron ores. I need more valuable stuff. Way more valuable than that. We need like a blue diamond and a white diamond and something else. Okay, this has been my best score so far on this session. A red diamond, that would be perfect. 10 seconds, come on. Oh, last one. Well. So the node spits out the value for the X, but the nodes don't store the game data like profiles, etc. Okay. Interesting. This is the hardest part, I guess, about being a dev in Web3 ecosystem, because all of this stuff is, one, rather complex, and second, rather even more complex to build and to code. One thing is to think of the logic and to think how it should work, and the second is how to program everything and just selling NFTs to run the show, and how would they set up, and oh man, that's just really something out of this world. Even just trying to build games based on smart contracts, it's already a challenge itself. Now imagine you're trying to do even more on top of that. So I'm super bullish on Web3 and the way that everything is being designed and the way that the ecosystem is evolving. It's rather slow because, come on, this is super complex stuff we're doing here. This is like rocket science. This is literally rocket science we're doing here. And I don't expect it to move that fast as people thought it would. It's actually moving already quite fast. But man, this is years of research, of trying and failing and experimenting, and there's so much that needs to be tested, that needs to fail. Actually, on the ecosystem we need a lot of stuff to fail to actually find out what works and what would be the best practices about stuff. So I'm generally happy to see the evolution of all of this. And we're kind of, it's like watching the birth of the internet again in a different way. But whoever wants to get a little bit more involved, you can understand how the connections are done and how everything works. Probably would be the same if we were into it back then in the 20s and 90s when all the first internet was being developed. It's better to take time and get more right than rushing and getting more wrong. That is also true. I have a saying that fail faster is a good thing. Like, try to fail as fast as you can so you can learn from those mistakes, what went wrong, and how can you do better and improve on the next one. But it's kind of also take time to learn from other people, to watch other people fail, so you don't have to fail yourself. And you're able to do that. Can I see the map here? I'm failing to get a good score. Definitely really failing to get a good score. Let me check. Hub. Oh no, I didn't want to go to the hub. Screw that. Okay, I'm already going. Yeah. Let me search for a new map. I'm in the wrong place. But yeah, what do you think? Game Maker 12 will be out before the next build challenge, or nah? Or will be like, hey, let's put it in the middle. I want to go some red light, green light right now. I'm gonna copy the link if you want to join. So what do you think about... that would be great if it was .12. We could say it's probably during the Build Challenge. I would not be surprised. But knowing what happened on the last ones, probably they want to launch it before the Build Challenge, so they can take advantage. I think the Build Challenge is like a test group, you know? It's like, let's launch a new version, then let's put a competition based on these new feature, these new Game Maker we have, and then we're going to receive a lot of feedback. So either, personally, either they launch it before or after. I don't see on the middle. I think they've learned from their past mistakes as well. That is not how do you do stuff. At least it doesn't work well. It has never worked well for them. What arms do I have? No, this one is better. But this one is way better. $25. How much was this? 23. So yeah, this is better. Got some slippers. Man, it's so unfortunate. Like, what's the point of minting NFTs if the Sandbox just give them for free? They're just good overall. I've not claimed even this month NFTs. 25. I think that gives me more. This gives me 40, so definitely this is better. Yeah. Now for weapons. What gives speed? Would be cool if I could filter for stats. Rank them accordingly. So 24 here. 13. I have no shield. Yeah, probably Alpha Sword. 24. Yep. So I got so far 215. Hey Wicked, how's it going? That's a cool looking cat you got there. They're limited though. Limited on what? Let's do this. Oh man, it's gonna be red by the time it starts. Oh no. Come on, go green. Yes. Ah. Oh no, 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 no. I forgot how frustrating this was. There we go. The NFTs TSB giveaway for AS5 are limited. What do you mean? Okay, they're limited, but they're just better. Ugh, and they're for free. It's like if people are looking for NFTs to get better stats, why would they buy it from you, Shakespeare, or from myself? Because they can get it for free, or they can have someone selling in the secondary marketplace. Since they got it for free, they'll sell it like for 1 cent. Like 1 cent, yeah. Good chance they'll have decent. Not anymore. What do you mean? You think they have a decent resale value? For like what, 1 cent? Oh, come on. Like you can't get them anymore for free. What do you mean? I got a bunch of NFTs for free. I still have NFTs, like from the having an avatar, being a landowner. Shoot. God damn it. I was almost there. I didn't remember how hard this was. And who knows into the future? Well, that is right. Who knows into the future? That is correct. Wow, I did it. Finally. Whew. That was rough. Honestly, I don't know. I think they'll keep handling those NFTs. The NFTs won given during the alpha seasons and Builders Challenge typically don't have stats to them, so that devalues them a lot. Well, Nasman, I've got a couple. For example, the Dino ads, they have stats. I can take a look on what I've received during alpha season here. These are insane scores. Damn it, look at that. Okay, let me go again. They have not put up legendary like they used before, for example. So this was for free, 12 speed. This was for free, 12 speed, 5 power. This was for free, 23 speed, 17 power, 48. Like, this has to be a really good roll on the rare. Like 48 speed, 30. This has got to be a rare at least. So we're competing against rare catalysts. This too as well. Actually, this one, 25, 14, could be either a rare or an epic with a bad roll. Then 5, 9, 4, 11, 17, 31, 24, 14. So actually, man, this is, we got a lot of NFTs just from here. So I think it was from here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 different NFTs, equipables. Out of those, we got with stats 18. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 18. So that is like, it's not the majority that don't have stats. We've got like stats on 70% of them. So yeah, that's what I was. Oh, I didn't even count the weapons. Did we get any weapons as well? No, I don't think we got any weapons. Yeah, we did Jurassic World. So, and also the Choco shield. So 20, and out of those 20, we got 15 with stats. So that is 75% that had stats. So yeah, I think if they would come from an IP, from a partner, I don't think they should have had stats, as this really devaluates the market a lot, like really a lot. Okay, I want to try again. Avatar, outfits, speed. I don't think this is the best speed already. 40, the sneakers have 25. Yeah. This one, 9. Now I have one with 30. Haha. And the gloves gave me what? 24? Arms, 24. No, I just got 48. Weapons. Can I save this outfit? Oh, let's do speed 1. Hey, let's do it. Hey, Wicked. Let's do one more. So I did share a screenshot on Discord with the mirror board. You kind of see the structure of what we're building. We got a little bit more developed. I'm trying not to share too much. Oh shit. Too much of it to not create expectations. Come on. That was a long wait. I knew it. Can you make it in one run? Nope. Done. Shoot. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. You can freaking do it. Yes. Ugh. Ah, god damn it. Really? For real? Oh, come on! Why is it being so fast? No! Damn, the RNG is killing me. Literally. Oh shit. Okay, it did work. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. I did stop right there. Come on, Wicked. Win this race for me. All right. Damn it. The NFTs were given, yeah. Okay, so let me go over that. Let me see how I can share those. Also, I want to see how can I roll this stuff. Like, I don't think we'll be able to get all the features right away, but it would be really cool. Okay, add in 30 seconds. Try to add this here. Okay. Just trying to select a couple of screenshots just to show a little bit. Yeah, this is looking good, I think. This would be okay to show, I guess. Okay, it's ready. So I want to go over Brave Browser. Oh, hold on a second. What are you doing like that? What happened to my page? Wait, come here. It's all screwed up. Here we go. Perfect. Yeah, so regarding this, what I have here is, wait up. Gonna take ESP launcher. Okay, it's showing. And now we have an ad break. Okay, let me wait up for the ad break to end. By the way, when do you think the next bullet challenge will happen? Oh my god, I got something in my throat. In 1 month, 2 months, 15 days? What would be your expectation? Okay, I think the ad is now over, so let's get into this. So we got here, I think it's this one, yeah. It's got a level selector. This is mining. The level selector will go in ages. 2 weeks too soon for me, okay. We got here a menu, resources, inventory, miner, stats, home. So for example here we've got the level selection, like gold mine, assign miner, go back. We've got an inventory, for example. Here you can click and see your ETH, your master, pickaxes. Got, for example, on the resources. I think the resources you could see from here, resources, that's the menu that links here. You'll be able to see coal, iron, copper, silver, gold, and there's a menu to go to the right. Here's for the rewards, for you to claim it, claim, go back. Here it's like a connection, connect with wallet, connect with email, just to showcasing a little bit on how everything is being done. Just want to give you some little wins about it. So yeah. All right, I think that's going to be enough for today. I don't have much more news to share with all of you for now. We've been grinding pretty much on this. We've been reworking on the Misty Mountain, so that is being done. I sure hope that we can be able to jump there and test it out as soon as possible. We've been also been building this game, and also I'm really excited when it hits the testnet and we can actually play along with it on the testnet and make sure everything works as intended. But until then, yeah, we don't have much more to share. Otherwise, that we are waiting for Sandbox rewards to be distributed so we can also distribute ours. Also that we've been building in the background. And as you can see, this was a little bit of a preview of stuff that is being done. And yeah, as soon as we've got more news, I would be very, very happy to share them with you. So right now, I think we have, at least when I started streaming, there was Kami Saze, Alex was streaming. So yeah, I'm gonna get us rated there. He's on the break, but yeah, let's jump into it. Here we go. And for now, it will be all. I want to thank you so much for coming. I want to thank you for joining. I hope you had an amazing time. We'll be back on next Wednesday, hopefully with more updates as well. And yeah, I want to talk a little bit more about these things we're building, and once they get closer to actually be launching, I want to spend a lot of time talking about it, explaining every little detail of what we're doing and what we're doing and what will be happening, and eventually that's how we'll come. In the meantime, I hope you have an amazing week. I hope you have an amazing day, and we will be back on next Wednesday. So stay well, stay healthy, have a good time, play some games with yourself, with your friends, and yeah, say hello to Alex for me, will you? Stay cool. I will be around. Anything, just DM me, send a message, and yeah, see you soon. Cheers. Rating